everyone, welcome to my channel Yarnoculus. I'm so glad to have you here. This is the part 2 of my crochet swirl bags, and in part 1 we discussed about the materials that you would be needing, and we also made the front panel. In case you missed that video, I'll link it up here. Do check it out. So that's gonna get you started on these bags, and today we're gonna finish it off. Also, I have tons and tons of unique, beautiful crochet patterns that I want to share with you. So please make sure that you hit the subscribe button and be my guest at my crochet party. If you're on Instagram, my handle is at Yarnoculus, and that's a place where you would get to see all of my work, and that's also where I announce my next project. So you would get a sneak peek of what's coming up on this channel, and you can also DM me if you have any comments or feedback for my work. Okay, enough of talking. Let's get to some work and finish this bag off. Let's go. Okay, so last time we made the swirl panel and the 2 rows of the white colored border around it. So after that, you want to make one more similar panel. So one is going to be your front panel and one is going to be your back panel. Okay, now technically the next step would be to join these two and then stitch along 3 of these sides, so you get a nice little bag. But what I like to do is I like to create a little more space in the bag, and that's the reason I just put an extra row of half double crochet. This is the look that it will give you. If you want, you can just go ahead and stitch these two together. That's not gonna make a lot of difference, but if you want your bag to hold a little extra stuff, like a little extra candy or a little extra something, it is recommended to do this row of half double crochet, and it's gonna give your edges, like the edges on your 3 sides, it's gonna give it a nice finished look compared to what you would get if you just stitch these two together. Okay, so on one of the panels, you don't have to do it on both. On one of the panels, we just gonna do a half double crochet along 3 sides only. You don't want to do it along all 4 sides because one is gonna be the top of your bag. You just want to do it along 3 sides. So I'm just gonna start from the corner that I finished the 2 rows of single crochet from, and this being a corner, I'm gonna do a half double crochet. That's yarn over, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all 3, chain 2 to preserve the corner, and do a half double crochet in the same corner stitch. Okay, this will allow you to turn and do your half double crochets along the next side. And now on the next side, I'm just gonna do half double crochets in the back loop only. So for this one, let me show you. This would be the front loop of the single crochet. That's the one facing you, and this is the back loop. So we want to do a half double crochet in this loop only. Okay, so let's start doing a half double crochet in the back loop only of this side. So yarn over, insert in the back loop only, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through the 3 loops. Do the same thing for every single crochet on this side, and when you reach the corner, you got to do a half double crochet, chain 2, half double crochet in the corner space, and then continue along the other side and then the third side as well. Let me do this real quick and I'll show you what we need to do next. So my half double crochet row is done, and this is my front panel that has the half double crochet row, and this is my back panel that does not have that row. So your back panel is gonna look a little smaller than the front, and that's okay. When you join it together, it's gonna adjust itself and you're gonna get a nice little bag. So don't worry about the size of the panels for now. What we need to do is join the yarn to a tapestry needle. So I have my tapestry needle right here, and just join these two panels. Just be careful that you have to join only the 3 sides that you have done the half double crochet on, whereas the 4th side that you haven't done the half double crochet row on, needs to be open, and that's going to be the top of your mini bag. Okay. So I'm just gonna start from this corner because that's where I ended the half double crochet row on, and I did not cut the yarn. I'm just using the same yarn to join the 2 panels. Okay, so just line the outside of one panel to the outside of the other panel. This is the wrong side of the main panel, and this is the wrong side of the back panel. So that's what I have lined up. I'm gonna line up both the corners and just go through, so I have both of them together. Okay. Now, after that initial stitch, what you got to do is you just have to find out the back loop of this side, and you're gonna figure out the front loop of this panel. Okay, so this is the back loop of this panel here, and this is the front loop of this panel. You're gonna just put your needle across these 2 stitches, back loop of one to front loop of the other. Okay, and just pull through. That's it. Back loop, front loop, pull through. It's as easy as that. So if you line up your stitches correctly, it's very easy to figure out which is the back loop and which is the front loop. So you should have absolutely no issues in stitching these panels together. Just keep doing this for all 3 sides. Remember, just 3 sides. You don't want to stitch 4 sides, else your aim would be to make a bag, but you're gonna end up making a coaster. So make sure that you don't stitch the top side and just the 3 sides on which you did the half double crochet. Okay, so I'm done stitching in the 3 sides, and you can see that it's given me a real good look. That's the reason I do the back loop to front loop. If you are not comfortable with it, you could stitch through the entire stitch, but I feel like this is gonna give you a better look rather than stitching through the whole stitch. Okay, and also because we did the extra half double crochet row, that's also given it a nice look on the borders, and it gives your bag a little more space for a little more gifts and candies. Okay, so now the last part of this bag is to make the handle. So back to my crochet hook, and this is where I ended the stitching together, and I'm just gonna continue. I did not cut off the yarn because I'm gonna use the same thing to make the handle. Okay, now from here we're gonna start with 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, after 6 single crochets you want to do 15 chain stitches. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now this is really up to you. You can make a longer handle or you can make a shorter handle. I feel like 15 stitches are enough to give it a good look, so I'll stop at 15, but you can make it longer if you want. Okay, now since we did 6 stitches at the beginning, we need 6 stitches at the end. So just count backwards from the last stitch that you see. That's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and join your yarn here and do a single crochet. Okay. And the next 5 stitches are gonna be single crochets to give you a total of 6. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And after that you reach this middle area before you go on to the next side. So this might be a little fuzzy, so you'll just have to eyeball where to put your next stitches. It might not have clear stitches, but you need to do 2 stitches in the middle. So let's do 1 and 2. Okay, and then the same thing that you did on the other side, that's gonna be 6 single crochets. And then after 6 single crochets you need to do the handle of 15 chain stitches. Same drill again on this side. You're gonna count 6 stitches from the last stitch that you see on this side. So be careful that you don't consider the stitches in the middle. So this area is something that you have to not consider. Just consider 6 stitches from the end of this panel. Okay, if that makes sense. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 3, 4, 5 and 6. And then in the middle you need to do 2 single crochets wherein you have the fuzzy area where things might not be as clear. So just put in 2 single crochets, 1, 2, and join to the first single crochet with the chain stitch. Okay, now continuing, you need to do 6 single crochets on top of the last 6 that you did. So 1 single crochet in every stitch. After 6 single crochets you would get your handle, and now you need to crochet around these chain stitches. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hook across this chain just like that, and then pull up a loop and just continue like a regular single crochet. Okay, around the chain pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, just the single crochet. Okay, and you're gonna do 20 of these. So I just did 3. Okay, just adjust the stitches around your chain so they are uniform. Okay, now once you're done with that, you're again gonna put 1 single crochet on top of each stitch. So you're gonna get 6 single crochets on this side, 2 single crochets in the middle, and 6 single crochets on the other side. So a plain old single crochet in every stitch. And the same thing you're gonna do again for this side, which is crochet around this chain, and you're gonna do 20 single crochets. Okay, after 20 single crochets, again the same drill, single crochet in every stitch. And after the 6 single crochets, you need to do 2 single crochets for the middle area and then join to the first single crochet with the chain stitch. Okay, that's it. And one last finishing row that you need to do, that's gonna be a single crochet in every stitch. So any stitch that you see, you just put in a single crochet. So just go around putting in a single crochet in every stitch. You don't need to keep a track of the stitch count at this point of time because this is the last row of the project. It's only to give your handle a very finished look. Okay, that's it. Let's weave in the ends real quick. Cut off any excess yarn that you may have hanging. And then I had some here. Okay, the finishing touches. And you are all set with these cute gift bags and ready to start gifting in style. I had a lot of fun making these bags and have a lot of cute fun little projects like this coming up soon on this channel. So make sure you have hit that subscribe button and please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. It would mean the world to me. Thanks a ton for all the love and support you have shown for my channel, and let me know if you have any questions or feedback on my work. I'll be back soon with a fun little crochet project. Till then, take care, stay safe, and happy crocheting!